Hi, I'm Nick, and today I'd like to talk to you about problem solving. Now, whenever we set out into business or doing whatever we do, we try to get things right, but the reality of the situation is things happen. Things happen that we can't possibly consider, and they can cause pain to us as a business or to us as people, and mental anguish, or even to our whole production systems and things that we're working with. So, a lot of people think that when they get the problems, it's a bad thing. It reflects on them as managers, as system owners, as business owners. They think it's a bad thing. But the reality is it's not, because how can we possibly anticipate every single thing that could happen? So what should happen is when you do have a problem, look upon it as nothing other than an opportunity to make the whole situation better. And that sounds a bit cringy, but that's what I always say, is a problem is nothing more than an opportunity to make things better. Now then, generally when we get problems, they can come in probably three forms. You'll get something that it's kind of obvious what you've got to do to fix it, so you just kind of fix it. The second type is we know what the solution is going to be, but it might take some time and it might take some money, and that's going to be a project. And the other one is going to be what you don't know what the answer is, so you need to have some sort of system in place to fix your problem. Now, there have been a couple of systems put into the world. Ford have a system called 8D, or the 8 discipline method. That's pretty good. It's very comprehensive. Toyota unleashed the A3 problem solving system. Well, that's pretty good as well. I prefer that one because it's simple to operate, and it's simple to keep track of where you are with your problem solving. Now, what's important to do when you have a system is make sure you follow it, because often what people do is they jump to what they think is going to be the solution to it. And they do that because it's probably worked kind of before in the past, and it's the quickest way they can see to get going again, to get the system working again. Now, I did see that in a multinational company I was working with, a multi-billion-dollar company as well. They were operating an A3 system, but when you looked at their A3s, you could see they'd come to the solution at the end and work backwards through the document. Now, I've done that before with problem solving with aircraft. And it's kind of a cheating way. What to kind of do is you think, oh, I know stuff what worked before, I'll kind of do that again and hope it works, because it usually does. What you don't do there is develop a real deep understanding of the cause of the problems. So the reason we want to use a systemized way of fixing something is we can learn stuff that may go further across your organisation. Now, this multinational company I was working with, they'd had a problem that was running across 3 shifts. They were 24 days, 7 days a week. And they had a particular problem what they were doing, and 3 separate supervisors had done their usual problem solving technique of fixing what they thought was probably going to do it, and it just hadn't. The 4th shift had come on, and the guide says, what we're going to do is do the system that Nick showed us before. Because about a week before that, I'd trained them on how to use it, and they followed that system and fixed it within about an hour and a half, and fixed it for good as well, which is absolutely tremendous. Now, when you're using your systems, what you'll do is the more you operate that system, the better you're going to get at fixing your problem. You'll also be able to gauge your ability at fixing problems. And you also, once you get really good at it, you can start to head problems off before they arrive, because you're starting to look for things that could potentially cause problems, which is an awesome way of using it. And one final thing, if you are operating a system, and these systems are better used by teams, is give them the acid test, and that is to say, are you prepared to bet a month's salary that problem has gone for good? If they say, oh oh no, then clearly they've not actually solved the problem. So it's always a nice, good little thing to use. Now, that's all I've got to say about problem solving. Feel free to share some of your stories about what you've been up to, and I'll see you again next time. Thank you.